Well, this is awkward. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me once again. Welcome to the Wrestle-MaGiC channel, the wrestling channel by wrestling fans, for wrestling fans, with the wrestling fans like you in mind. Now, you may have noticed I'm by myself and in front of a nice backdrop here. So, basically, starting in August, we were changing our programming so that way we have specific reviews for Raw, SmackDown, NXT, 205 Live, and then we have our Hot Topic shows and our pay-per-view reviews. Now, this week was kind of messy because Brad and I had some scheduling conflicts, so it made things go off, so that's why you see me in front of a red screen covering Raw. But it's either going to be me covering Raw and NXT or me covering SmackDown 205 Live, and whatever one I don't take, Brad will take. So that is how our programming is going to go. Also, we're going to be doing a special review of SmackDown and 205 Live because me, Brad, and a couple of my friends, Jared and Quentin, were there. We were there to experience it live from the queue, and I will have a picture on the SmackDown review to show you what our seats look like. And my little brother went too. He got to shake hands with Jinder Mahal, but we don't worry about that now. Otherwise, let's get into the Raw review. Raw began with Kurt Angle addressing the hometown crowd of Pittsburgh on the anniversary of when he won his gold medals in 1996. After a heartfelt speech to the crowd, he went to go backstage when who would show up but Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. They cut a promo, and with the main focus of that story being if Brock Lesnar loses the Universal Championship, he's gone. He's done from WWE. Now, this can mean either one of two things. It can mean either Lesnar's definitely retaining, or Lesnar's definitely not retaining, and he's leaving to go to do his USC stuff. Most of the internet and most of the wrestling fans are going back and forth between which one it is. We're just going to have to wait and see till SummerSlam. Next up, we had the Hardys fighting the Club, Gallows and Anderson, with the Revival on commentary. Scott Dawson is a much better talker than Dash Wilder. Can I just point that out? Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy won with a twist of fate, Swanton Bomb combo, and a brawl ensued afterwards between the Club, the Revival, and the Hardys, with the Hardys coming out on top after Jeff Hardy hitting Poetry in Motion on Wilder and I believe Gallows. Cruiserweight time, and in a really fun match, you had Akira Tozawa, Cedric Alexander, and Rich Swann defeating the team of Arya Daivari, TJP, and Tony Nese. And it was a very fun match, a nice six-man tag. Akira Tozawa winning with a senton on the TJP. And the big story here is that Akira Tozawa and Arya Daivari will fight on 205 Live for the number one contendership to Neville's Cruiserweight Championship at SummerSlam. And Titus is very protective of his client, Akira Tozawa. Next up, we had Jason Jordan on Miz TV, and Jason Jordan's new theme, The Miz verbally destroys Jason Jordan, asking what has he done to get these opportunities on Raw, which, what opportunity? He's fought Kurt Hawkins for, 1 week, and he just gets the automatic transfer to Raw and stuff. He hasn't gotten any opportunities now, and The Miz is goading him getting those opportunities. And there were some boos at Jason Jordan, which The Miz was right about. But Jason Jordan showed some fire at the end, saying that he should not talk about Kurt that way. And then a scuffle happens where Jason Jordan bellies The Miz into the Miz Taraj and then runs out of the ring. So you're looking like a Jason Jordan versus a Miz match for the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. Earlier in the night, you had a couple segments. One of them was an interview with Dean Ambrose and Renee Young interviewing Dean Ambrose about his recent epidemic with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins interrupts and tries to talk him into teaming together, and Dean's like, no, that was just a one-off thing. No, I'm not going to be saving you from anything. Sheamus and Cesaro will make fun of him for it. And Seth's like, why don't we just fight then? And why don't I fight one of you then? Who's it going to be? And Sheamus steps up in a really cool movement and said, I think that'll be me. This led to a match between Seth Rollins and Sheamus earlier tonight, with Seth Rollins winning against Sheamus with Sheamus and Cesaro attacking him afterwards. Dean Ambrose, after a long time of waiting and having chants of "We want Ambrose," Dean Ambrose runs to the ring and saves Seth Rollins from a beating for a bit, but then ultimately gets beat up. Tag champs look strong, and both Dean and Seth are laid out. A segment happened later in the night where Dean Ambrose says, "You kind of you set it up to where I had to come out. If I didn't do it, I would look like the bad guy. I would look like I was with them, and I'm not a bad guy here." So those two are going to end up being together, and those two are going to win the tag team titles at SummerSlam, guaranteed. But that's just some nice story development here between Seth and Dean and Sheamus and Cesaro. Now, I must not have been paying attention, or I must not have gone for a shower for this moment or something, because I don't remember this Bray Wyatt segment. But then again, they all kind of run into each other. Bray Wyatt has his promo time. The lights flicker, and there's a heartbeat thing. And then Finn Balor comes out. You think it's gonna be the Demon, but no, he does his best Chris Jericho impression. Does that, and then he fights off with Bray Wyatt and sends Bray Wyatt packing. Man, what are they gonna do with Bray? Bray, he's not believable anymore. He might as well just go to Lucha Underground or something, because I don't see Bray Wyatt ever being a threat anymore. They've just taken that shovel and just went and dug him a hole there. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what to do about Bray. It's a shame. This should be one of the cooler feuds. It's not. Then we had a match that was hyped all night. It was Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, and Braun Strowman in a triple threat match. One heck of a match, one heck of promos, set of promos before it. They were all pretty cool. Roman Reigns wins with a spear on Samoa Joe after getting rid of Braun Strowman. Now, if this was the go-home show, and if it was anybody other than Reigns, you would probably assume that Reigns isn't winning at SummerSlam. But it's a toss-up, because I know Brock is probably not going to win. That's my personal belief, that Brock is not going to win. And it's stuck between those three, and I don't know about Joe. I don't think Joe is. Then it's down to Braun and Reigns, and I don't know. I really don't know between the two. But a really good match, and an excellent way to end the show. Which is what I would say if it actually ended the show. Because I watched it and I was like, wow, that was a really good main event. And I go look at my clock and I'm like, wait a minute, it's only 10 o'clock. What happened here? Where's the other out? Oh, God. And Elias Sampson is in the ring, singing his song for his people of his hometown of Pittsburgh, making them hate him. So he finished his song, he got booed, and Kalisto came out to make the save. But ultimately, Elias, not Sampson, apparently, because of his last name being taken, I'm still going to call him Elias Sampson. Booker T sure did. So Elias defeated Kalisto with the Drift Away, which is his finishing move. We had a match between Bayley and Nia Jax, and a match that's somewhat designed by Alexa Bliss to punish Bayley and make her give up her championship match. Nia Jax ended up losing by count out just barely to Bayley. Try saying that 3 times fast. And Bayley managed to sneak away from Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. By the way, before I forget and before I move on to the actual main event, I just want to point out that I did 100% believe that was Paige backstage at Raw at the time. Because I heard it when listening to a live version of Going in Raw. I was like, oh my god, I have to go check this out. And sure enough, it looked a lot like Paige. But some people were like, no, it's Sasha for a zombie thing. It was showing pictures. I was like, maybe I should go take a closer look. And the more times I watched it, the more it looked like Sasha. And I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense why the zombie walk was a thing. So, yes, I was wrong. And I'm full of man to admit that. But I got super hyped when Paige comes back. And if this is kind of controversial you see for Paige potentially coming back, imagine what will happen when she actually does. And finally, we are here at our main event. Big show, big cast, big main event. Actually, no. Big Show won. Big Show lost by disqualification after Enzo attacked Big Cass. Then Big Cass got knocked out. If you're going to end Raw on that note, why would you end it on that note in the first place? It's just that match and ending on that whimper is not a main event story. Why does a triple threat match not a main event? That is a target story. That's for the Universal Championship. And you're telling me that Big Show versus Big Cass is main event caliber right now? No, it's not. No, it's not. So, the triple threat match should have been there, and that match should have been there. Yeah, it would have cost a slog in the middle, but doesn't it happen always anyways? I mean, if it's gonna happen, let it happen instead of ending your show on a dud. Yeah. So that was Raw. It was a really entertaining show for the first 2 hours, and then the last hour didn't need to be there. You could have stopped watching the show at 10 and you would still be caught up next week because nothing has changed in that third hour. That third hour is becoming detrimental, whether it be in the middle or at the end. If you make that hour in the beginning, I don't know, you might miss the hot start, but I mean, or just go back to 2 hours. Go back to 2 hours. So Raw. Alright, so what I'm going to try to do for my reviews, I don't know about Brad, but I'm going to give it a 1 to 10 scale. Kind of like based on like grades like you would get in school. 5 to 0 is an F. 6 is a D, 7 C, 8 B, 9 and 10 A. So this show lost a lot of points because it ended on a dud. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. So 7 out of 10. Not 10. I don't know if I'll ever get a 10 out of 10, but we will see. We'll actually see with SmackDown, because SmackDown was a great show because I got to go see it live. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the thumbs up button. Help us reach 100 subscribers by 2018. That is our goal, and that is what we are striving for. So that's like part of the reason this content changed. So that way we can give you more content, and that way we can be more persistent with trying to get to that subscriber count. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the thumbs up. Support us by hitting that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching the Wrestle-MaGiC channel, and we will see you guys next time.